So I think in order to get the character, it involved a lot of research and trying to figure out who the real Bonnie was, and then trying to balance that with the Bonnie in the script. And really, it's as soon as I felt comfortable with the accent and put on those clothes, I felt like the character kind of came alive, because the clothes just feel so kind of slinky and sassy, and you can't help but feel sexier in those, you know?
As an actor, what was the most demanding situation or thing that you imposed on yourself as well as from the production? What was the most demanding piece from them, from you?
I think it was all it was all pretty hard, but once we got into it, what I previously had seen as a challenge was more exciting. Like, Bonnie has some great almost monologues in the series, and but once I felt like I was into the character, they really felt enjoyable. And you know, the action side of it and the dancing side of it, or the physical side of it, was more fun than challenging, really. I think the challenge came in depicting things that just never happened to me, like panic attacks, or having to do ballet. Actually, having to do a dance in point shoes that I've never really done before was slightly terrifying. Is kind of the simplest things sometimes end up being the hardest.
Okay, but you like historical characters because of the Preservation first, and now this one. After this, what type of character or what type of time in history would you like to actually portray?
Well, I don't think I purposefully like just period pieces, but I think there's been more stronger women in the period scripts that I've read, and I think for the future it just depends on the script and depends on the character, and I think what usually makes me tick is a level of complexity, or not understanding a character at first. It makes me want to explore it. And so for the future, maybe to play an equally strong woman, but in a contemporary or futuristic setting, maybe just to, you know, have a nod at something different.
Could you speak a little bit about your film projects? We were hearing in the press conference that you're having a film coming out soon, and if you can tell us also what's next.
Sure. So straight after finishing Bonnie&Clyde, I filmed a British independent film called Push, which was based on the play by Laura Wade, and the amazing Lona Scherfig who directed An Education. And really the character in that is closest to myself, I think, that I've played in quite a while. It's about a fictional club at Oxford called the Riot Club, which is, I think, based on the Bullingdons Club. And yeah, it's about these group of aristocratic young guys that, before they go off and rule the world in the future, want to have fun and tear away at college. And it kind of tracks how they descend, thinking that there's a lack of consequences, how it descends into activities that you know we kind of will all find pretty horrific. Saludos, Cine&Mas. No se lo pierdan, Bonie&Clyde on the History Channel.